Did you know Seaside Hill is the second most reused level theme in the entire Sonic series, right behind Green Hill Zone? It sounds wild, but it's true. A couple of weeks ago, I made a video covering every version of Green Hill Zone, and a lot of you seemed to enjoy it. The most requested follow-up by far was Seaside Hill, so today, we're diving into every single Seaside Hill level in the Sonic series. And hey, it gives me a perfect excuse to talk about Sonic Heroes, so I'm more than happy to oblige. Before we get started, I think we first need to ask the question, what is a Seaside Hill level? Well, I'm defining it as any area that takes place in Seaside Hill. That means it has the staples of Seaside Hill, like the checkerboard pattern dirt, ancient ruins that are made of white marble with red patterns on them, and the abundance of orcas and whale-shaped islands that populate the area. The level may not always be called Seaside Hill, but due to context clues, we'll know that a level takes place in the Seaside Hill area. Just to help us out, I'll be putting a little counter in the upper right hand corner so we can keep track of just how many levels we're at. If you enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments below, what do you or don't you like about Seaside Hill? I'm very curious what you guys think, because I for one adore this level. Oh, and also leave a guess for how many Seaside Hill levels there are in the series. Also, I left a form in the description asking which level or level theme you'd want me to cover next. If you could take a second to fill that out, that would be awesome. With that all out of the way, let's go ahead and start with the first level of Sonic Heroes, Seaside Hill Seagate. As we can see, Seaside Hill isn't even the first level to use Seaside Hill's design for a level, but Seagate is. We know that it takes place in Seaside Hill due to the checkerboard pattern dirt, the white marble that Knuckles breaks through, and the giant whale-shaped island we see at the end of the level. The level even shares the same grass pattern as Seaside Hill. Taking place directly after Seagate is Seaside Hill, and I don't think I need to explain why we're counting this one. Following that, Ocean Palace still takes place at Seaside Hill. Note the giant whale-shaped islands and white marble with red patterns on them. But now we're just getting further and further into the ruins that are on Seaside Hill, which becomes more apparent with the Egg Hawk boss fight. No more green hills to run on, it's just white marble and some whale-shaped islands in the background. All 4 of these areas use the Seaside Hill level design, so we can go ahead and add 4 to our total count of Seaside Hill levels. Next we jump forward to 2008's Mario and Sonic at the Winter Olympic Games. In the Dream Alpine event, we could see characters skiing down a snow-covered Seaside Hill doing tricks off of ramps and avoiding giant marble statues that cover the path. The next time we see Seaside Hill appear again in the game is at some courses in Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing. There are not 1, nor 2, but 4 tracks that are based off of Seaside Hill in this game. For context, there are 28 courses in this game, which means that almost 15% of this game is just Seaside Hill. You want to know how many Green Hill courses this game has? Let me show you. Oh, you can't see any of them? Well, that's because they don't exist! Anyways, the 4 courses that take place in Seaside Hill are Willow Lagoon, Lost Palace, Ocean Ruin, and Seaside Square. Willow Lagoon takes place in mostly the grassy areas of Seaside Hill, with only one short portion of the level taking place on any marble areas, that being at the very end of the course. Lost Palace has an even mix of grassy and marble sections for the player to drive on, and in the background we can even see the giant sea palace located in Seaside Hill. Ocean Ruin has the player racing on marble or on the beaches located at Seaside Hill, and even takes the player underwater for a good portion of the course. Hey everyone, this is editing Llennox, and a weird glitch happened while I was recording this section in Ocean Ruin, and I just wanted to show it for you guys because I don't know why this happened, but it did. So go ahead and take a watch, and especially take a listen. Finally, Seaside Square is a giant arena with mixes of grass, sand, and marble ruins that make up Seaside Hill. To those wondering, I did check out the DS version as well, but the courses are literally the exact same, so I'm choosing not to count those since they're just a port of the base game. With all that being said, we can go ahead and add 4 to our total Seaside Hill counts and move on from there. Sonic Generations is next up on our list with 2 more levels, those being Seaside Hill Act 1 and Seaside Hill Act 2. But is that it? Well, there are a few more unique Seaside Hill levels in the missions that this game has. If you're unaware, Sonic Generations has 90 missions for the players to complete, 5 missions for each act for each Sonic. Some of these missions are as simple as racing a doppelganger, while others have you using Rouge to seduce robots. So if we take a look at the missions that change up the level design for Seaside Hill, there are an additional 8 levels we can add to our list. Those missions are Rescue the Animals, SBO the Way of the Ninja, High Speed Hijinks, Underwater Challenge, Rouge the Temptress, Trick Island, Surf Sea and Sand, and finally Terror from the Deep. So adding those into our count as well, we can add 10 more Seaside Hill levels to the count. Now if you don't want to count these missions, then you do not have to whatsoever. In my mind, they're different enough from the main levels to count, but maybe they don't for you. If that's the case, then just remove 8 from our final count. Before I move on any further, I just want to quickly talk about this channel's partner, FiGGYZ. FiGGYZ are a new and innovative way to display some of your favorite characters. Each box comes with your FiGGYZ character, a reversible metal background that features a location from the character series on one side, while the other side displays what series your character comes from. With the 2 magnets located on the back of each FiGGYZ character, you can put them on the metal plate, or just about anything that's magnetic. If you're lucky enough, you might just get an extra metal plate with your character imprinted on it. They'll be available to purchase starting June 4th for the low price of $14.99, but if you want to get 5% off your first order and 24-hour early access to their shop, then just click on the first link in the description below. Thank you so much to FiGGYZ, and let's get on with the video. We're going back to racing with Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transform. This game only has one Seaside Hill course, that being Ocean View. This course has players driving on the white marble we've seen in previous games before, and we can see the giant sea palace in the background. There are also tons of whale statues lining the track, and the hills of Seaside Hill are also scattered throughout the level. There's only one track here, so we'll go ahead and add 1 to our count. Next up, we turn to our only mobile game in this list, Sonic Dash. There are 3 zones in this game that pique my interest for this list, those being Seaside Hill Zone, Beach Zone, and Temple Zone. Let's start off with Seaside Hill Zone. As you can probably guess, Seaside Hill Zone is a level in this game that you can run through based on Seaside Hill. It has the same dirt and grass seen in Seaside Hill, alongside having a giant sea palace in the background akin to Seaside Hill. The next one we're looking at is Beach Zone. This zone takes place on the beaches of Seaside Hill with pillars resembling the ruins in Seaside Hill, alongside seeing mountains in the background that look like Seaside Hill's grass and dirt, and also the giant sea palace that's located in Seaside Hill. Finally, Temple Zone takes place in the temple section of Seaside Hill. We see the white and red marble all over the place as we run through it, and also whale statues that are seen in Seaside Hill. It also shares a background with Seaside Hill Zone and Beach Zone, so I'm comfortable in saying that this zone is within Seaside Hill. Since this game is an endless runner, I'm just going to count each of these as one level. That all being said, we can add 3 more levels to our count and move on to yet another racing game. Team Sonic Racing released in 2019 and brought along 3 more courses we can count, kinda? You see, the tracks are remixes of tracks we've seen before in this list, but since some of what the courses are different between the games, I'm still going to count them. With that being said, the 3 Seaside Hill tracks that are being counted are Ocean View, Lost Palace, and Whale Lagoon, so we can go ahead and add 3 more to our count. Also, just to get it out of the way, we know Ocean View is coming back again in Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, and it's remixed again, so we'll add 1 more to our list. For the final game, we turn our attention to Sonic Rumble. There are a lot of Seaside Hill levels in this game, and more keep being added every season. As of May 2025, there are 7 Seaside Hill levels for you to run through. Those being Seaside Hill Run, Seaside Hill Run 2, Seaside Hill Run 3, Seaside Hill Survival, Seaside Hill Survival 2, Seaside Hill Team, and Seaside Hill Ring Survival. That means there are a total of 7 Seaside Hill levels to add to our final count, leaving us with a total of 34 unique Seaside Hill Zone levels in the Sonic series. Honestly, I only thought there were a handful of Seaside Hill levels, but I definitely did not expect there to be this many in the series. But then again, I was expecting not to expect something, so it all checks out. Seaside Hill is one of my favorite levels in Sonic Heroes, and it's awesome to see that even 20 years later, it's still getting attention from Sonic Team. While I do hope that they move forward and make all new zones for Frontiers 2, I definitely would not mind some sort of beach theme at least inspired by Seaside Hill. If you watched all the way to the end, then I just want to say thank you. If you enjoyed the video, then why not leave a like and subscribe to the channel? It's free and it helps out a ton. Also, don't forget to check out FiGGYZ. With that all being said, I hope you all have a great day. Peace.